Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to have my little friend here helping us. We are going to call her Chicken Licken. Chicken Licken is going to help us with our grammar today. Okay, Chicken Licken? Okay. Chicken Licken, do you know our 9 parts of speech? Let's see. Noun, beep, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective. Oh, what's that one? Who knows what this one is? Article adjectives. Okay, let's do a highlight. What is a verb? A verb is a word that asserts action, shows a state of being, links two words together, or helps another verb. What about, I want you guys to pick one of these, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, and tell someone next to you what it is, okay? So look at those and tell me what is it? Okay? Pause the video. Okay, so now you have picked one like conjunction or preposition or verb or noun. Tell your neighbor what it is. Okay? Good job, guys. Very good job. All right, let's get started right into our sentences. Ooh, you guys, didn't we have such a great history lesson today? Ooh, it was such a good history lesson. Too bad it wasn't about a wooden chicken instead of a wooden horse. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Chicken Licken, you're going to be over here. I'm going to put you on this side, away from the dragon, so you do not get eaten. Here we go. Go ahead and read this with me. The Minoans and Mycenaeans wrote. Who or what is this sentence about? What is it about? Minoans and Mycenaeans. There's 2 of them. So this is a compound subject noun. So we're going to write. Oh, sorry, guys. This is not working. So let's keep it blurry. Subject noun and subject noun. These are both. Okay, this pen has got to go. Subject noun. These are both subjects. They're joined together. This is like, pretend like this is one train car. Okay. And this is another train car. Okay. There's its little wheels. And they're joined together by a conjunction. See that? So Minoans and Mycenaeans. A conjunction is a word that joins 2 words or phrases or clauses together. Okay? What is being said about Minoans and Mycenaeans? Minoans and Mycenaeans, what? What did they do? Did you hear that hint there? Do. Verb. Wrote is a verb. Good. And this is called an intransitive verb because it's not saying what they wrote. Okay, which Minoans? The. What's the? Article adjective. Article adjectives are really easy because they're just a, and the. So very easy to find. Okay, so when we have what's called a compound subject, we get to have this cool rocket thing. Yes. And then here, so this part's all our subject. And here's going to be our predicate. Okay, so what's our first subject? Minoans. Got that? What's our second subject? Make that a little longer. Mycenaeans. Now where do you suppose we are going to put and? If it joins them together, where should it go? Right here. What have we said about Minoans and Mycenaeans? What goes here? This is the verb. This line splits the subject and the predicate part. And the verb is always in the predicate. They wrote. Very good. Now what about the? What is it describing? Is the describing Minoans and Mycenaeans or wrote? Which of these words? Minoans. Which? Minoans, the. We're going to capitalize it. Why? Because it's the beginning of our sentence. Excellent job. Okay, Chicken Licken, how do we do? Very, very good. I was so impressed. Okay, you'll have to wait a minute. Chicken Licken says to wait. Here we go. Okay, Chicken Licken. Here we go. The barbarians did not write. Who or what is this sentence about? Barbarians. Subject, noun. What is being said about barbarians, Chicken Licken? Barbarians did. This is a tricky one. Barbarians did what? Did write. But what about not, Sister Allred? Oh, not is a tricky one. So did is a helping verb, verb helping, and write is our verb, because you can do that, right? We're doing it right now. We're acting out writing. So barbarians did write. So did write to what extent? Remember, what question does that come from? Let's look at this page. From what extent? It's going to be an adjective or an adverb. To what extent did they write? They did not write. So this is an adverb. Sometimes you'll have an adverb split between them. Or sorry, set in between them. It divides the verb up, but the verb is still there. It's tricky, tricky. If you didn't understand that, that's okay. Do it anyway, and it'll click someday. Okay, what about the? We talked about that back here. What about the? What is it? It's an article adjective. That's exactly right, Chicken Licken. It's an article adjective because it's describing the barbarians. All right, let's go ahead and write this. Are we going to have, do we have a compound subject here, meaning more than one subject? Nope. So we have barbarians here on our subject line. Barbarians what? Where's our verb? What are we going to put here? Did write. But Sister Allred, what about not? This is throwing me off. That's okay. Not, since it's an adverb, is going to go under that. So if I were to say, I did not like Brussels sprouts, or I do not like Brussels sprouts, the verb would be, I do like. Isn't that funny? But then the not modifies. It says to what extent you like it, that you don't like it at all, actually. But, so this answers the question, to what extent. Okay, what are we missing here? Who could tell me? I'll give you a hint. It goes here. The. And what do we do with the first letter of the sentence? Capitalize. Oh, I am so impressed, you people. You are doing such a good job. Very, very good. Let's go to this one. All right. Oh, now, Chicken Licken, we are on to our scary story about the horse of Troy, the Trojan horse. Here we go. Read it with me. The Trojan horse is a story of deception. Now let's first look. Are there any prepositional phrases? Yes, there are. Or conjunctions? There are. Where was the preposition? Of what? Deception. Object of the preposition. Okay, any conjunctions? For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so? Nope. Okay, so the Trojan horse is a story of deception. Who or what is this sentence about? Horse. Subject. Actually. Okay. Now this is tricky here, actually, because, I didn't catch this when I was writing it. Normally, well, we'll catch up in a minute. Okay, what is being said about horse? Subject. Well, no, I guess I have to say it now. Okay, because this is kind of being used as a subject phrase, the Trojan horse. Is would normally be a linking, well, it is a linking verb linking, which means it equals. Horse is story. Okay, but in this, we couldn't necessarily say horse equals story. It's going to be Trojan horse is our whole subject here, okay? So subject, noun, okay? Do you guys understand that? Because I can't say horse is the story, because horse and story don't equal each other, and story doesn't really describe horse, and story doesn't replace horse unless it's Trojan horse, because Trojan horse is referring to a very specific story. Now, does Trojan horse and story equal each other? Yes, they are the same thing. Okay, so in fact, I should put these in quotation marks. Whenever you're writing and you have a short story, which is actually, okay, I should probably underline it because it's actually, sorry guys, we're gonna have lots of mistakes today. I should use the pencil. I hope you're using a pencil, not following my bad example. Because when we talk about books, when we write about books, we always underline them in our text. Okay, so what is being said about Trojan horse? Trojan horse is verb. Trojan horse is what? Story. Does story replace Trojan horse? Yes. Do they equal each other? Yes. So this is a story, a noun. Whoops, sorry, chicken licking. Story is a noun, so it's a predicate nominative. It renames the subject. Okay, so, and then is article adjective, the is article adjective. Whew, this is kind of a tricky one, guys. Very good. So we're going to treat this as a whole subject, not a subject with an adjective, because it's a proper noun, it's a specific name or title. Okay, there we go. Draw that. What's going to go on our subject? Trojan horse, in fact, I should have capitalized this one, is, and this is going to slant back because it's reflecting back to Trojan horse, story. Okay, where are we going to put of deception? Is of deception describing is of deception or story? It's describing story. Okay. Okay, where are we going to put the? Under Trojan horse. Very good. So Trojan horse is story. So this is a linking verb. It links two words together, or phrases or clauses. So this is two phrases. Well, words actually. Okay. All right, chicken licking, how they doing? Oh, I don't know. That one was a tricky one, but I think they got it. I think they did. Chicken licking, you are not focusing. Your mouth is open. What have you been eating, I wonder? I don't know. Oh well. Okay. Whoa! Ah! This one looks way too hard. I can't believe you're going to do this. It's way too hard for these guys. I'm not sure they can do it. Oh, the diagrams will be so complicated. They will look like my feet. Yeah, they probably will. But you have beautiful feet. Oh, why, thank you. Okay, let's get started. He's going to supervise us there. Here we are. Like the Trojan horse, Satan will deceive those of us who are not always watching themselves and discerning between truth and error. Okay, hopefully I didn't do anything too complicated here. But first of all, do we see any conjunctions? Yes. And between truth and error, is this joining two words, phrases, or clauses together? Just words. Okay, what about another one? And themselves and discerning. Okay, those of us who are not always watching themselves and discerning. Okay, so this is going to be a compound verb there. Okay, any prepositional phrases here? Between is one. Between who or what? Truth and error. So we'll do preposition, object of the preposition, object of the preposition. We have a compound object of the preposition. Okay, what else? Of who? Of us. So preposition, object of the preposition. Any others? Like. That was kind of tricky. Like who or what? Trojan horse. So this is going to be object of the preposition. Just like in this one, we're treating Trojan horse as one unit. It's referring to a specific, it's a proper noun. It's a specific story. The like is the preposition. The is object of the preposition. Okay. Who or what is this sentence about? Satan. It's our subject noun. What is being said about Satan? Satan will deceive. What's will? It's a helping verb. What's deceive? It's our verb. Satan will deceive who or what? Those. Does those replace Satan? No. Does those describe Satan? No, no. D-O, label verb transitive. Is those receiving the action of being deceived? Yes. Is those a noun? Yes. Those are just our checks. Direct objects have to be nouns. Okay, now what about this? Who are not always watching themselves and discerning. This, my friends, is a who-which clause. Meaning, so a clause is a section of a sentence that has a subject and a verb, but it can't stand on its own. It's dependent. Actually, okay, that's a dependent clause. Some clauses can stand on their own, 2 feet, and they're called dependent clauses. But this is an, independent clause. This is a dependent clause. Because if we just said, who are not always watching themselves and discerning, that would not make sense by itself, right? We have to have the first part. Satan will deceive those who are not, okay? So who or what is this clause about? Who, subject, pronoun. What is being said about who? Who are what? This is a helping verb. Are watching and discerning. So what is who doing? Who is watching. Well, this is verb helping. Are watching, verb, and there's a conjunction, discerning, verb. Who are watching who or what? Themselves. Does themselves replace who? Yes, actually, it does. Does themselves and equals are talking about the same person or people? Yes, so this is a predicate nominative, which makes this a linking verb. Crazy, huh? Which is interesting because I didn't know actually that you could, I'm going to have to ask Mrs. Updike about this, but I didn't know that you could have a linking verb linked to a predicate nominative. Yes, of course. No, sorry. That also has a helping verb. I'll have to ask her about that, but I mean, that appears to be the case here. So, who are watching? What about this? What is not? Remember we had not earlier. Not is an adverb. It's saying to what extent they're watching. They're not watching. That's the extent to which they're watching, is that they're not. And then always. Always is what? How often they're watching. How much, how often, to what extent. Another adverb. Now let's look at these adverbs. What are they modifying? Could we say who are always watching? Because always Yes, that makes sense. So always would be modifying watching. Who are not watching. Yep. This does not modify always, or does it modify watching? I would say it modifies watching. Okay, so watching themselves. Who are watching and discerning? I would just say this is a verb intransitive. Whew! Crazy! Now let's discern this baby. Discern. Diagram. We've got to diagram it. Okay, here we go. Satan. Okay, here we go. What's going to go on our subject line? Satan. Satan what? Will oops, I had to put a, sorry, deceive those. Now, where are we going to put of us? What is of us describing? Describing those. And what about the Trojan horse? Is it describing Satan, will deceive, or those? He will deceive. Satan like, is Satan like the Trojan horse? Or is he deceiving like the Trojan horse? He's deceiving like the Trojan horse, right? So, I'm going to go like, and we're going to capitalize this as the beginning of our sentence. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with the who, which clause? Did I miss anything? Don't think so. We're going to put these, a line going down like this to link our verbs. And with nothing on here. Because here we're going to put who are, and then we're going to split this verb. We're going to put watching. And then this is going to be a direct object. Oh, sorry. I mean predicate nominative. Oh. Which means we have to slant it backwards. Right? Who are watching themselves. And what goes here? Oh, who, oops, I forgot something on this. Who are not and always. And discerning. Now, where are we going to put between truth and error? Are truth, or who? Nope. Under discerning. Between truth Whew, okay. I think we've got that. You guys, actually, guys, I'm not sure this is correct. I don't think we need to come on. It makes more sense if those, because this is who, this whole clause is more fully describing who those is. those who. So I think it actually goes to those. Like that. And if I'm redrawing this, Satan will deceive those. It might even be a slanted line. Who dot 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 dot. I might have to double check my formatting on that. Sorry, I should have done that before recording this. But we're all learning together. Okay, very good, my friends. Very good. Oh, really quickly. I'm going to just do the writing video here real quick, okay? So those of you have an assignment to write a paragraph about the Minoans, Mycenaeans, or Trojan horse, okay? So you guys are doing really great. I'm loving seeing all this structure. You know, your structure, you're starting to get your dates and everything spelled out correctly, your MLA, your Times New Roman, your titles bolded. I forgot to write bolded, centered, no underline. Same size. Should be the same size as everything else. Okay, so our dress ups are ly adverbs, strong verbs, quality adjectives. You need to have those in each of your things. Next up, oh, also check for your banned words. Do not have these words in your paper. They're just weak. Go, went, say, said, good, bad, big, small, really, very, pretty. Make sure to always check these things. Now today, get your highlighter out. This lovely thing right here. Get your highlighter out and highlight. All the things that are highlighted are the things you need to be including so far that you'll be accountable for, okay? So highlight who, which clause. Now, as you saw, who, which clauses are very powerful actually in this sentence we diagrammed. We had a who, which clause. Satan, imagine if you just said, Satan will deceive those of us. But when we say the who are watching themselves, it details more clearly what we're talking about. So we could say something like, so a clause is a group of words together that have a subject and verb, and the subject is usually who or which. For example, you could say the Trojan horse, which was made out of wood, or which was a gift from the Greeks to the Trojans. And it's also another way of slipping in extra information without having to add another sentence. So who, which clauses are really great. So if you're looking for where to put one in, look for a subject already. Look for a sentence that has a subject, like the Trojan horse was a deceptive instrument of war. Okay, what's the subject in that sentence? Trojan horse. Can I add to that or illuminate more about what the Trojan horse is by adding a who, which clause? The Trojan horse, which was a gift from the Greeks or which was made of wood, was a powerful tool for deception. Okay, do you see the difference? So if you don't already have one in there, and going back through and say, oh, I need to include a who, which clause, look for a noun and see if you can add to it. You could even say a Trojan horse was dangerous. Or sorry, the Trojan horse, I can't think of one right now. I'd have to find a paragraph. Or the Greeks, who were very cunning. Oh, I shouldn't say very. No, very is bad. The Greeks, who were extremely cunning, sent the Trojan horse to the Trojans. Or sent a wooden horse to the Trojans. Okay, or sent the Greeks, who were cunning, sent a horse which was made of wood to the Trojans. Now, you don't want too many of them or it gets really wordy. But adding a few can add poignant detail without adding tons of extra sentences. It's a great way to get more information without getting too many sentences. All right, got all that? Capiche? Where's my chicken licking? Oh, I think I fell asleep. That was a very long one, so if you made it to the end of this video, good for you. Very good. All right, my lovies, have a wonderful day.